Hey, this is Marcus Washington from MTC Media here at George Mason as Tony Skinn gets his first win as head coach of George Mason University, 72-61 over Monmouth. It was definitely a resemblance of your first game. There were some ups, there were some downs, some kind of squirrely, inconsistent play, but for the most part, the defense traveled. Um, Monmouth would only end up shooting 33% for the game, but let's be honest, Monmouth was one of the worst offensive teams last year in the conference. In the country, in most offensive categories, they were 300 and something in offense, but the effort was there. The closing out was there. The getting the ball in the paint on offense was there. And Amari Kelly, the UNCW transfer, had a big night, especially in the second half. He finished with 17. Darius Maddox, the Virginia Tech transfer, also finished with 17. And Keyshawn Hall, I believe the UNLV transfer, ended up with 10 rebounds. I think the big thing for George Mason tonight was kind of seeing what they would look like against an opponent in a real game. Some of the stuff that they're running, some of the guys that can score. And the one thing they do have is offensive depth. Now, can they put that depth together with good shot making, with good shot decisions, and can they put it together where it's multiple people in the same night? They did get that somewhat tonight, but can this carry on for a full season? And that's going to be one of the bigger questions. They did win the rebounding battle, which is also good, 44-32, and that's going to have to be a theme for George Mason throughout the year, is to be able to control those boards, even though they gave up 12 offensive rebounds. I think sometimes it came on. Monmouth's shot selection at times was so poor. I don't know if anyone anticipated that they were going to actually shoot some of the stuff that they shot. Monmouth for their effort was led by Xander Rice. Obviously, that's King Rice's son. He transferred in from Bucknell. He had 21 points, but it was 21 points on 21 shots. And Jack Collins, he was runner-up for Freshman of the Year last year in the CAA. One of the things he wanted to do was improve his shooting, especially his three-point shooting, and he did show that tonight. He had 17 tonight. He was 6 for 9 from the floor. He was 4 for 5 from three, and he was 4 for 5 from three. And frankly, let's be honest, from an offensive perspective, even though he didn't lead the team in scoring, he was their best player. So for George Mason, it's Friday night back here at Eagle Bank. They will be playing Austin P, and having the 3 days in between games, it gives this coaching staff time to break down film and look at some of the stuff that they need to work on. So it's a nice little break going back into a home game for the Patriots, and it's a good thing for us to take a look at if there was some sort of adjustments from what we've seen tonight to what happens on Friday night. So that's when you'll see me again here. It's Friday night. You will see me again showing up tomorrow night at Georgetown as the Ed Cooley era kicks off. This is Marcus Washington from MTC Media.